Shalom, all praises, glory, and honor is due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders, and teachers of Great Millstone, and the like-minded men who may not be directly part of Great Millstone but are following the same doctrine. Salutations to the elect, men, women, and children, by the house of David, tabernacle of David, who are predestined to be saved in these last days. The true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, meaning he exists, not Jehovah, not God. His true name is Yahweh. We say in the name, that's Bar Hashem. Yeah, the true name of his only begotten son is Yahweh Shai, meaning he's salvation, he saves, and Yahweh Shai, will return in due course, shortly in this lifetime, Lord willing, to redeem his elect from the four corners of the earth, in the north, south, east, and west, and specifically from Babylon the Great, where the destruction will be. Babylon the Great is America, also known as Sodom and Egypt, also known as the whore, the Great Whore, the Ride of the Beast, or the Ride of the Beast, also known as Nineveh. So America, Babylon the Great will be destroyed by the thermonuclear fire, the destruction, and of the third world war, which you can find in Revelation 11 and 14. Behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And Yahweh Shai will return simultaneously to save his elect. Yeah, right. They will be gathered up, and who knows what I'm talking about. Basically, chariots of the Lord, which is the so-called UFOs, will gather the elect. If you don't know, right? So we speak about it constantly, which is what she's supposed to do. MOTB, which is you find in Revelation the 13th chapter, the 16th, 17th verse, is is not tarrying, as Habakkuk says, the second chapter, and the vision is not tarrying. We know we shouldn't take that. It is a punishment. There is a punishment of death. Yeah, but prior to death, there'll be a sores for those who do take it. You can find that in Revelation the 16th chapter. Second verse. And also punishment in Revelation 14th chapter for those who receive the mark, as well as the 19th and the 20th. Now, the mark is basically a statement saying that you are a follower of Esau Edom and his wicked rulership, and you no longer believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yeah, simple as that. Yeah, and you are a willing slave. Okay, so today I'm going to go into just something I've seen on one of the YouTube site, about a day old or so, could be a couple of days old now. But there's a lot going on, man. A lot going on. A lot of sedition amongst men, and so-called civil war talk. So I'm going to read this. This is in Matthew the 12th chapter. Yahushua was speaking to the Pharisees, but you can apply it to now. Yeah, because these words are written in red. So, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said, this is Matthew 12 and 25, knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? And we get it in Mark as well. Mark, just to reiterate the point, 3 and 25. Start at 23. And he called unto them and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And we know Esau Edom, who's in current rulership of this earth as we speak, Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? The wicked are described in Malachi as Esau Edom, the border of wickedness. Malachi, the first chapter, the third and fourth verse. Yeah. And the people of whom the Lord has indignation forever. That's paraphrasing. They are The mystery is coming after the working of Satan. You can read that in 2 Thessalonians. Yeah. Right. The people who are following the spiritual demon Satan in his ways. Yeah. They do the bidding of Satan on the left-hand side. We know Yahweh Shai controls both sides. You know, Isaiah 45:7 goes into that. I form the light, I create darkness. I, the Lord, let me get that to prove the point. Some people don't know these things, so I'm going to get it. Isaiah 45, so I don't butcher it. 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, as you can see, it's in all caps. That means it's Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, do all these things. Yeah. Amos 3rd chapter goes into it, and if the evil be done in the city, but I get that too. 3rd chapter. Sorry. Shall a trumpet, the 3rd chapter and 6th verse, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Yeah. Let's go back. Those are points just to prove, so people don't get it twisted. Who's in control of everything? Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. So, Mark 23rd chapter. Sorry, 3rd chapter and 23rd verse. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? What's a parable? You know what it is, but it's good to look up the words. Parable. In Greek.
Strong's G 3850. Parabole.
A placing of one thing by the side of another, juxtaposition as of a ships in a battle, metaphorically, a comparing comparison of one thing with another, likeness, similitude, an example by which a doctrine or precept is illustrated. Yeah, so he goes into more explanations here. Yeah. Parable, comparison, proverb, right? So we got that understanding. How can Satan cast out Satan? His words are written in red again, as I've said, Yahushai's words. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. Now read it in the NLT, because I didn't know it said this actually. Mark 3rd chapter and 24th verse. A kingdom divided by civil war will collapse. Wow. And we go back to the KJV, and if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. Yeah. Similarly, in the NLT, verse 25, similarly, a family splintered by feuding will fall apart. And this is what we're seeing. We're seeing Esau, Edom, yeah, basically split on all levels, be it Democrat, Republican, you know, both sides of the same coin, really, or on, you know, rich, poor. Yeah, there's a lot of seditious talk. You know, we've got that country song that's people basically getting on the rich about. I can't remember the name of the song. The guy with the ginger beard still. Could be an Israelite, we don't know. So, back to Mark 3rd chapter and 26th verse. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. The reason why I started with this is because of this. Okay, storage is running out, so I was going to make this quick.
Travesty and creating this two-tier system of justice. I want to ask them, what the heck? Do you want us to be in civil war? Because that's what's going to happen. We're not going to keep putting up with this. And Eric, I like that you suggested that we need to get angry. We do need to rise up and take our country back. Now, I would say the RNC, though, that's what's lacking with.
There we go. Take a country back that you're stolen. Anyway, right? My memory is running out, so I'm just going to quickly. So you see the gist. This is the talk. This is the talk on all levels. That was on Sarah Palin, a once-time candidate for the president, whatever, vice presidency or something like that in America. My battery's going to run out, so my memory's going to run out, so I'm going to get straight to the point. 2 Esdras 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able, so there's going to be martial law. People are going to take things into their own hands, as verse 16 goes into. Yeah, and they're just going to do what they need to do. Yeah, race wars, class wars. Basically, Esau's divided. This place is done. Babylon the Great is done, and by definition, Esau's kingdom is done. The man, verse 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for tribulation. Yeah, so bad times are coming, man. You know, Jeremiah 13:7. It's not written in the book for nothing. That's Jacob, the time of Jacob's trouble. Daniel 12 and 1. A time like never before where the Archangel Michael will have to stand up. Yeah, these times are coming. Right. I would so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna direct you to 2 Esdras 9, because you've got to measure out the time diligently. I'm gonna leave it there. I think my memory is gonna run out on that. So Salaki for cutting it a little bit short. He answered me then and said, 2 Esdras 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, the MOTB, third woe, you know, signs of trouble, Jacob's trouble, tribulation, famine, earthquake, pestilences, all these signs are here, which I've told thee before. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Yeah, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So we are at the end of this wicked kingdom of Esau, Edom, and the next kingdom to be set up, as I went into my previous video, was the kingdom of Yasharallah under Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, King David, and 144,000 of the elect. With that, Lord's will, I'm going to say Shalom to the elect. It's quick hit from the hopeful elect. Shalom.